Hi everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're at Holmes Honda. This is the 2023 Honda Accord Hybrid Touring, and we're going to address the question, do you get more than you pay for? Now I'm showing you the sticker price on the screen. It's a screenshot from the Holmes Honda website. By the way, if you're interested in this particular model, check out the link down in the description of the video. So based on the fact that I just showed the screenshot from the dealership's website, nobody should be asking what the price is. Some of you are probably going to do that just to have some fun and mess with me a little bit. That's okay. It's a good laugh. I don't mind. This exterior color is platinum white. The interior is black. And with the complete redesign, it's taken a little while, but a lot of people seem to be moving their comments from I don't like the new design of the 11th generation of the Accord to, well, it's grown on me, now I'm considering buying one. Maybe some of you already have. Tell me what your experience has been where that is concerned down in the comments section. The extended front end definitely gives it a more sporty look. And with the new dual motor hybrid system, or electric motors I should say, you definitely have a more sporty driving experience than what you have had in the past. Under the hood is the combination of the 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and obviously that dual electric motor setup that I just mentioned. The horsepower numbers come in at 204, the torque numbers come in at 247. It's mated to an eCVT, and obviously the Accord is only available in front-wheel drive. Let's take a look at what the MPGs are on this model. 46 city, 41 highway, 44 combined, and 2.3 gallons of gas is what Honda says you should use per every 100 miles driven. And just to address just some of the features here as far as functionality goes, 16.7 cubic feet of cargo capacity. And one thing about that is that unlike a lot of vehicles, when you go from the non-hybrid to the hybrid version, you often lose cargo capacity, and you don't do that here. I'm going to release the seat belt real quick so I can maximize cargo space, show you how to do that. You just pull right here. But in this case, whether you have the hybrid or the non-hybrid version, you will still have 16.7 cubic feet of cargo capacity. Obviously, you can lower both seats down, both seat backs down with this 60-40 split to be able to maximize cargo capacity. I just did one just because I wanted to save some time. As we take a look at the front end, you do have the new design here with the front grille. We're going to have the gloss black with that Honda logo right there in the center. That will continue down onto the lower grille and the lower portion of the front bumper here, where you do have the active air curtains right here. For those who might say those aren't really air curtains, well, here's where the air comes out right here. I hope you can see that. You do have the LED daytime running lights. Everything looks very nice and modern here. Obviously a new look and design for everything as far as the headlight housing goes on the front end. And you'll notice that you have your sensors right here. You're also going to have traffic jam assist, road departure mitigation, all that good stuff, adaptive cruise control. Everything is here. As far as Honda sensing goes, quite a few nice features and nice body lines for sure. In this particular angle, you can see that the sun is accentuating everything quite nicely. And if you're wondering, tell me about the tire and wheel size. Well, let's do that. 235 on the width. We're going to have a 40 series sidewall. And in this case, on the hybrid touring trim level, 19-inch wheels is what all of that is going to surround. You can see all of the trim on the bottom of the vehicle, the gloss black, a very nice look. And because I know people like to see it and may inquire about one particular feature here, here is what the remote looks like for 2023. You have that combination of the plastic with the gloss black. It is very durable. It feels very durable at least. And you do have remote start. With the side view mirrors, you'll have the body colored mirror caps, turn signal indicators built in, and they are heated, power adjustable, but manually folding. And like I said, you have Honda sensing, which is your traffic jam assist, your collision mitigation braking, lane keeping assist, all of that is here. You're also going to have blind spot monitoring, so that's a good thing. You do have your proximity key with the walk-away feature and a very nice look here on the roof as far as the overall lines go. You'll have a small amount of chrome surrounding the windows here on the top portion at least. Not too much, but not too little, and a very nice, really kind of a sport back look here on the rear of the vehicle. I apologize that my shadow's in the shot. Probably better than me turning around and using the other side because the sun would then be in your eyes. So we finished things off here with the newly redesigned taillights. What's missing here? That crab claw or stapler look. At least that's what a lot of people called it in the past. You will have the hybrid and touring logos along with the Accord logo right there. And we'll finish things off with a clean look back here with the rear diffuser. And a nice feature that is here, it's not specific to the hybrid touring trim level, but I'll show you that it's here anyway. You'll notice that I just walked up and opened the gas door, gaining access to the capless fuel fill. For peace of mind, when you lock the interior of the vehicle, you also lock the gas door. So that's a good thing. Now that I've unlocked everything again, we can open that back up as you can see. And we'll take a look into the rear seating area. Very nice look with the door bins here. The door panel looks, well, nice, modern, nothing major to talk about there, but you do have a good bit of space here for a large bottle. Nice, comfortable armrest. And as we work our way into the interior, let's undo another seat belt and we'll lower down the armrest with the cup holders built in. But I think one of the main things, especially for you parents who are going to have little ones in the back seat, yes, you do have the air conditioning vents back here on the rear of the center console. That's always a good thing. 2 USB ports. In my personal opinion, there should be 3 because you have seating for 3 people back here. But that's just my thought on the matter. An adapter can fix that has another one built in or 2 built in, no big deal. Now you will notice that you only have the singular seat back pocket right here. I don't know if that's that big of a deal. I don't know how many people actually use that seat back pocket when it comes to storage for rear seat passengers. And tell me what your thoughts are about the sunroof. Would you like to have seen Honda add a panoramic sunroof instead of the conventional size? We'll begin our front seat tour looking in through the passenger side door. A little larger door bin, as you can see, and a little longer armrest right here, just as comfortable in the front as they are in the rear. And you'll find power seats for the driver and the passenger. Both are heated, and guess what? Also ventilated. That is a win, especially when you live in the South, as we do here in Northwest Louisiana where I'm located. We need those during the brutal summers. And you'll see a little bit of gloss black trim that seems to be in the right places. Not necessarily in places where it's going to be fingerprinted up quite a bit. That's a benefit because it looks nice, that piano black finish or gloss black, depending on what you want to call it. But start putting your fingers on there. In most cases, it does kind of print up easily, but I don't think that will be an issue here. There is the nice large glove box, wireless charging, and we'll see the dual USB ports up there above the wireless charging pad. And for those of you who are not fans of the push button shifter, good news. You have the conventional style shifter here. That's good. Your mode selector for your driving modes will be here. And then you'll also have your cup holders and the armrest. Now, let me just answer a simple question I know a lot of you are going to have. Is it comfortable? Is it at the right height? For me, that works pretty well at 5'10". So depending on your height and where you set the seat, well, I think that's going to work just fine. Quite a bit of space in here. You do have the 12-volt power outlet right here. And again, that's another way that you could actually help the rear seat passengers with an adapter to add that third USB option if somebody needs that. We will also have the sunglass holder up here where you can use that for a lot of different things, and the control for the sunroof right here with the tilt feature, and it will slide open as well. And when it comes to the driver's side door, obviously you're going to have a few more controls and a few more features. I don't likely need to tell you too much about what is there, but one thing that is definitely different that you won't find on the passenger side is the 2 settings for seat memory. It would be nice to see that on both sides. You usually don't see that on vehicles unless they're really high end, but it does exist out there. Here is the adjustment right here. You can drop that, I should say. It's just to release the ability to adjust the tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. So we'll reach over here and hit the push button start and take a look at the all-new, fully digital dash. A lot of good information there. You have a combination of the analog and digital gauges. You have the digital speedometer there in the middle. You'll also have traffic sign recognition. And when your headlights are on, well, you'll know they're on, especially during the day. It's easy to know when they're on at night, right? Hopefully you're opening your eyes when you're driving, so you do know, but you can see the illumination in the front of the likeness of your Accord right there. And there is quite a bit here as far as great features and functionality go, including what we have right here. You can control the lighting on the exterior of the vehicle. You can also use something called blinkers or turn signals. You push it into the up position when you're changing lanes to the right or turning to the right, and the same thing goes for the left when you push it into the down position. I know not all of you can afford that feature, so it's not on all of your vehicles. That's why not everyone uses it, right? Okay, can't say anything sarcastic about the lever here, which is for controlling the windshield wipers, but have to have a little bit of fun. And the 23 model of the Accord has class-leading 105.7 cubic feet of interior space for driver and passengers. And speaking of a lot of space, 12.3 inches of real estate here as far as the size of the infotainment screen goes. Sitting at a 90-degree angle, that's going to reduce glare. Google Assistant is here to provide for seamless connectivity. It is fully wireless, so you don't need a USB cable to do anything. That is good. Let's just take a quick look around at what we have. With vehicle settings, you have the graphics here that I think look really nice for 2023. I think Honda has done a good job here, and I realize that may not be exactly what people are looking for or that worried about, but just to show you what's here in all fairness as to what you have, well, here you go. We're not going to go through everything, but I just wanted to show you some of the features and some of the functionality as far as what you have with the vehicle. All of the different features here. There is so much here. We could do a separate video on the infotainment screen by itself. And let me go into reverse. You do have the multi-view rear view camera, and we'll show you what you have where that is concerned. You will also see over here on the right-hand side of the screen, well, let me go back into reverse, and you can see what is all of that on the right-hand side. Those are your parking sensors. So that's going to make it a little bit easier to know what's going on around you. Not necessarily something that you have to have. We lived without it for decades, but you know what? It is convenient to have, that's for sure, because some of us have accidentally run into things, bumped into things, all that kind of stuff. Am I telling on myself? Yes. Has it happened many times? No, but it has happened. Just being honest. Now, what I told you about earlier, well, before we do that, let me cover one thing. You do have your volume knob here. You can control the stereo, turn that on and off. The 12-speaker Bose audio system that sounds very good. And like I said earlier, you have ventilated and heated seats. That is a big win right there for those of us who live in these climates, like I said earlier, with all of the heat. And how about driving modes? Well, let's take a look at what we have. I like the fact that everything comes up here on the infotainment screen. You have normal. I'll let you take a look at the graphics as we work our way through Econ. And then we're going to work our way back up. We also have Sport. And then if you want to use individual, you can do that. Let's go back. I'm going to let that come up. Let's see here. There we go. So we can show you, again, very nice graphics, very modern. I like what Honda has done here with everything that we have with the multitude of driving modes. Speaking of driving modes, why don't we hop out on the road and see what it's ultimately like to drive this Accord. Okay, before we get out on the road for the test drive, I did want to give you a sampling of that Bose 12-speaker audio system. Okay, we won't go too far with that, but I did want to let you hear that, and I don't know how well you can see it. You do have a head-up display here. A very nice look, just hard to see in the bright Louisiana sun this morning. Okay, we're out on the road for the test drive, and as I mentioned earlier, this is a very fun vehicle to drive. It feels very sporty, and it actually does get down the road very well. I know a lot of people were very disappointed, and I can't say that I'm not one of them, that the 2.0T was done away with. This is the closest you're going to get to that as far as 2023 goes, at least for the next few years. But I still have to say that the hybrid powertrain definitely gets you down the road without a problem. It is fun to drive, and you still can get some solid gas mileage out of this combination, even if your foot's on it a good bit. That's the good thing about it. When you need to open it up and get down the road and get up to speed so you can merge into traffic without driving under the speed limit, hint, hint to you Shreveport drivers, well, drivers everywhere most likely, but also if you were on a 2-lane road like what we're on right here and it was safe to pass, you could get around slower moving traffic that's maybe driving under the speed limit or whatever the situation is very easily. So that's a good thing. The interior is very plentiful with space. It's comfortable, nice materials throughout. And the thing that I like here, for those who are waiting to buy a new vehicle as long as possible, and you're finally to that place where you're saying, you know what, I don't have a choice anymore, it's time, it's really overdue, but I'm really concerned about all of that technology. It just seems to be so much, it's going to be difficult to learn. There are some car makers out there that have technology that, yes, is difficult to learn. Honda is not one of them. While it may look complicated to some, it's not. I can tell you right now, very easy to learn and very easy to use. So don't let that scare you away. And you have so much going on here. So many great features. You've got the head-up display. You can see I have the power flow meter on, and you might say those numbers look kind of low, but the thing is that right now, this vehicle doesn't have a lot of miles on it. One way or another, I really enjoy driving these Accords. Now, I have to admit that I don't have as much experience driving it on a daily basis as some, so those of you who do, well, tell everybody down in the comments section what your experience has been. It would be nice to have a loaner maybe, or a press vehicle of one of these Accords to drive for a few days, maybe a week or two, and really find out what the experience is like overall if I were to own one of these. But that's why I say the good thing about it is that those of you who do own one of these 11th generation Accords can share that information down in the comments section. I know I'm curious to see what you have to say. Okay, tell me what you think down in the comments section. Do you get more than you pay for with the 2023 version of the Honda Accord Hybrid Touring? Definitely a lot of features here. And obviously we didn't cover every little nook and cranny, but we hit the high points as far as what is here. There's more than that. We could probably fill a full hour or more if we covered every single little feature. So I have to say a special thanks to my friends here at Holmes Honda for loaning me this 23 Hybrid Accord Touring for the day. And a special thanks to each and every one of you for being kind enough to take the time to watch and give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video and haven't subscribed to the Vehicle Visionary YouTube channel just yet, please consider doing so. And if you're interested in learning about other vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.